Here's the former Auburn kicker, Daniel Carlson, to get this one started. And we are underway from Santa Clara. From the 10. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. So here's the first drive now for the 49ers. And a glance here at the man calling the plays under center, their 6'4" quarterback.
And there's a lot of good to watch in the game last week. He threw 4 touchdown passes. A little bit of concern throwing the 2 interceptions.
Yeah, and the 2 pick.
Yeah, you want the ratio really to be closer to 3-to-1 as opposed to the 2-to-1 that he had. But it is something to build on. They did get the win, didn't they?
Yep. They'll try and start this drive in the air. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. The game's first play produces 6 yards. Brings up second down. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Complete to the tight end, Kittle, over the middle of the field. And they'll work this down inside the 30. That early game script that they drew up is working pretty well here on this first drive. Already in field goal range, Charles, knocking on the door of the red zone.
You know, Brandon, when we met with the coaching staff, they kind of predicted that they would come out firing like this. I think you and I were a little skeptical that it'd be this easy, but they certainly knew what they were doing in scouting, in preparation, and understanding what their team is capable of.
A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
Here we go.
He'll drop to throw. Throw left side, McCaffrey's got it. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. On first down, this is McCaffrey. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Tackled by Isaiah Simmons. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They're going to look to throw. And he's got it. Touchdown 49ers. A great effort there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the 49ers get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. So this drive spans 7 plays. And the end result for the 49ers, a touchdown. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. So here now are the Panthers for their first drive of the game. And they will be led out by their 6'3" quarterback. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2. The Panthers at 11-5 on the year. They come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Got this complete to Jahan Dotson. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A good pickup there of 20 yards. pretty solid opening drive here, Charles. They worked in the run game, the pass game, just steadily getting yards, and now they've got it inside the red zone here with an opportunity.
And the only thing they don't have so far is points. But the way that they're moving the ball now, that shouldn't take much longer. And they've established a great balance so far. Running, passing, doing what they want on offense.
Hands it off out of the gun. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. And here's a handoff out of the gun. During that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. Well, Week 18, this is just when you hope everybody can get through the regular season healthy, but the medical staff is going to have to take a look here, and we'll step aside. They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
I know every offense wants to start their snaps closer to the goal line, but it's actually harder to throw the ball in those situations. You throw into that tight coverage, you see what happens. Hard to get the ball in there.
Not enough space there. Lucky maybe that it wasn't intercepted. Ready. They get this out quickly to the left side. Touchdown, Panthers. Irv Smith Jr., a 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Panthers respond to that opening drive touchdown with one of their own. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And we are tied at 7. So a nice drive put together there. They go 75 yards in 9 plays. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. This one fielded at the 5. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. Back out there comes the 49ers offense ready for their second drive. The long drive last time out for this offense, Charles, if you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now, but let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. Here's 2nd and 8. Quick hitter here, it's complete. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line. Well, this defense for the Panthers, they were very good last week in the win over New Orleans.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground. I always appreciate runners who understand situations. That was just 3rd and inches. No reason to dance around in the backfield and try and break off a bigger play. Just go pick up the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
Now a first carry for their full, and it's a fumble, and it's picked up by the Panthers. And he takes it into the end zone. It's a fumble recovery and a touchdown for the Panthers. Huge, huge play by the defense, not only to force the fumble, obviously, but to return it for a touchdown.
And I know it's no fun for anyone who plays offense, but isn't it fun to see how a defense rallies when there's a fumble return and everyone tries to find someone to block and bring it all the way home?
I always like their celebrations because they don't get there that often.
No, they're not choreographed very well usually.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. This one fielded at the 5. And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And it's picked up by the Panthers. And they'll have great field position here as the ball will be at the 15-yard line.
There's never a good place on the field to fumble the ball. Let's just call it as it is.
But definitely not in your own red zone.
In your own red zone, it's heightened, isn't it? Because you're almost automatically giving up a score and the momentum.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And the Niners are going to take over at their own 13-yard line.
Definitely not the ideal time to see that mistake, partner, because this is still a one-possession game, and that's at least a field goal that just vanished with that turnover. Now, pressure's on defensively to prevent that pick from turning into points for the other side.
On the give, this is their fullback. And just not a ton of room to work with. He'll get it to the 15 for a gain of 2. Clock runs, less than a minute to go, and an entertaining first quarter of play. They'll look to throw. And he's got his man on the out route. And he gets it here to right around the 24 before he's out of bounds. 60 catches for him now on the year. This last one, a first down. Now back to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. A give to the fullback on the dive. And shutting him off, now open field. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. The 49ers with the football here to begin the second quarter, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Finding Moore on the out route for the completion. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
Holding, offense.
He's trying to protect his quarterback's blind side. Got nabbed for the hold.
You have one job over there. Make sure that man does not get hit. So if you have to hold occasionally, do so, because they don't catch all of them. This time they did.
Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield incomplete.
The best receivers we know always tease their quarterbacks that, hey, no matter what you do, you cannot overthrow me. Well, guess what? That's exactly what happened on that play. Normally, they time it up pretty well, but on that one, he just overshot him.
Now here's a throw that's complete. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Looking to throw. The tight end Kittle has it on the left side. And he's going to be stopped here at the 43, and that is not near enough to pick up the 1st. Here comes the 49ers punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. Fielded just inside the 20. Found good room to run there. Returns it 14 yards. And it will be the Panthers' ball, 1st and 10. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. He fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, 2nd down. 8 yards to go on 2nd down. They'll set up a throw. And he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 18. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he's wrapped up, taken down, back at the 25. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up 2nd. Well, remember, they had the nice gain on the previous play, but they just gave a lot of it back right there on that sack.
Yeah, they get the sack, get back some real estate. Felt like the type of play that could spark a defense and swing some momentum. Almost felt like a take that type of a play, didn't it, partner?
Back to throw.
Now, quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
The partner guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make third down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big third down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by J.C. Jackson. And the 49ers are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line.
So the ball changing hands on the interception, but meanwhile here we do have an injury on the play.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone.
And he'll get this only up to about the 35. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, they held him to a short gain on that one, and it almost felt like on that first run, they were trying to just throw the jab at him. So how do you stop a jab? Get closer and smother it, just as they did on that last play.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. He'll look to throw. Taking a shot for Samuel.
And that nearly intercepted. Boy, for a guy known for his hands defensively, that's a ball he probably thinks he should have come up with. But instead, it's 4th down.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Fielded at about the 28.
Well, on that punt, we've got a man shaken up.
And this is certainly not what you want to see in the final week of the year. We'll be back. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That's good for 28 yards. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. He can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game off.
And the Niners get there and bring him down.
Montez Sweat, the man that time to fight in and drop him.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted.
And the Niners are going to take possession of the football.
CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Give him 32 on the play. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the 2nd quarter, 14-7. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal. He'll look to throw. This is caught. And he takes this down to about the 2 before going out of bounds. Nice gain of 8 that time, and it's 2nd and goal. On the ground, McCaffrey. Called a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal.
Okay, ready? Check.
McCaffrey. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down. And his kick is good. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10.
Well, still some climbing left to do to get back to even, but forcing a turnover and getting the field goal there, that's a small step toward erasing the early deficit.
Absolutely. That interception field goal, that's the beginning of what they hope will be several steps towards erasing that deficit and building a lead of their own by the time this game is over.
And a pretty slick return there. Almost got it to the 45. Officially, they'll call him down at the 44.
Any return that gets you to midfield is a great return. One first down, and you're almost in field goal position.
Good starting position for the Panthers as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 43. And he finds a man on the crossing route. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks.
He saw the design in his mind and implemented it. A little zone stretcher here because they started the tight end on the left side of the formation and sent him on a crossing route. And this works really well when you can find that space between levels, and they were able to do so for good yardage.
Touchdown! A great play there. 40 yards.
And the Panthers will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that makes it a 21-10 game. Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Well, the Niners going back on offense now late in this first half. And with them down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
1st and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a 1-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost.
And he's got room. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. And again, they'll go right back to their fullback. And he'll run straight into a wall of tacklers at the line of scrimmage. It's 2nd down. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. They go play action here on 1st down. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. George Kittle in the final seconds of the first half.
And the 49ers are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half.
Extra point safely through. And it's now 21-17.
So not much time to work with here. 9 seconds remain in the half as this one is away from the 10.
Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive.
And with only 4 seconds on the clock, time likely for just 1 snap of the football.
Catch is made here by Irv Smith Jr. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
Only 2 quarters of football left in the regular season. Everybody's excited to get to the playoffs. So excited that we're just going to skip right over halftime and get back to the action.
Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin.
The Panthers out in front, and they will get the football first. Second half action underway. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
Here comes the field general leading his offense back out there for the next possession. And he's got to be wondering what happened in that first half. 3 interceptions, very uncharacteristic.
And even the great ones go through phases like this, like what we just saw. And most of them, they have such a mental capacity to throw it out and essentially start over. I think that's where he's headed now.
He's got his opportunity to throw it out. Let's see how he does. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Out left to Dotson. Finding room at midfield.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Looking for Dotson, and he's got him.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And the offense moving quickly to the line. Back to throw now on first down. And it's intercepted at the goal line.
And the 49ers are going to have the football at their own 1-yard line. So the ball changing hands on the interception. But meanwhile here, we do have an injury on the play.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Back to throw now in his own end zone. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done.
We'll get a pause here. There appears to be a Panther who is shaken up on that last play. Now, this is just the last thing you want to see in the final week of the regular season. Well, I hope he's okay. We'll step aside and be right back.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Well, they've gone to their fullback quite a bit. He'll get it again. Try to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up in a 3rd and 9 situation. Back to throw here. And that's caught at the 25. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. An excellent gain, 35 yards. They'll drop to throw. And he will find his man, Samuel. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. He's been a one-man wrecking crew these last couple of plays. This time 18 more and a first down. And now a carry here for their fullback. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 5 yards, a good run there, and now 2nd and goal.
And there's the pickup you want on first down. All offenses say, you get me 4 on first down, we'll take it. How about if you get 5? They'll really be happy.
2nd and 2. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
We've got to give out a little applause on that play. It has to go to the defense. More good work by them. They've taken away the passing lanes all game long.
And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. It's the fullback.
His second rushing touchdown on the year. And the 49ers drive the entire length of the field, 99 yards for the score. Extra point right down the middle, and that gives them a 3-point lead. The 49ers ready to kick it away, and here we go. Fielded right around the 8. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. But hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Well, week 18, this is just when you hope everybody can get through the regular season healthy, but the medical staff is going to have to take a look here, and we'll step aside.
Rolling to his right. And he's got his big tight end here. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Now this throw caught left side. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. A gain of 32 that time.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4.
That's good power football on 1st and goal. A lot of teams will throw from there, but that's a nice job to chew up a few more yards and get yourself closer to the goal line.
And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Calling a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal.
I have to laugh a little bit because he actually handed it off. I thought with the 2 touchdown passes he's thrown in this one already, he'd go ahead and fling and try and get a 3rd one.
Yeah, now from this spot on 3rd down, I think he'd probably throw it here.
Yeah, I don't think there's any question about it. They won't even send in a running play here, I don't believe. I think they go ahead and try and throw it for a touchdown.
Well, it's caught on the right side at Smith. Touchdown, Panthers. Irv Smith Jr. with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Panthers have retaken a 3rd quarter lead. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that will make this a 4-point game. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And the end result, a Panthers touchdown. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Deebo Samuel and the 49ers back in possession here.
And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this, but it's usually not by himself, is it? Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down.
A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
Partner, for once in my life, I'll be succinct. In a one-possession game, every single stop like that could be a difference maker.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Steps away to his left. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. Here comes the 49ers punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Taking on the midfield logo. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the Panthers will take over in terrific field position. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. The defense rising to the challenge and setting them back on the sand.
Well, it's certainly going to be a lot tougher adding a touchdown to that lead now since they're facing 2nd and 20+. Big-time sack to start the drive and put the opponent way back. Let's see what kind of play call they come up with here.
Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. Touchdown. A big play there. 46 yards.
And the Panthers will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 11. The long touchdown pass gets them 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
And now this offense comes back out onto the field. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Already over 1,000 yards receiving this season. That catch is just going to add to his total. Certainly not resting on his laurels. He's trying to continue to gain as many yards as possible and continue this big season.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up 2nd.
Let's go.
And that's going to do it. Clock hits zeros. They're not going to get another playoff. Time has run out on this 3rd quarter. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here in Santa Clara. It's 49er football, but some ground to cover. They find themselves behind as we hit the 4th and final quarter. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. That is incomplete. He was trying to get it to George Kittle, his tight end. And now it's 3rd down.
I think he could have scanned downfield forever, but there wasn't anything available. Ends up throwing an incompletion, and I think he'll take that.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And he'll just get rid of it.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
And the punter's on the sideline. Here's the field goal unit now to try an exceptionally long one. And, folks, this is a 67-yard attempt. And that one will be no good. He never had it on line. It's well wide to the left. And they will remain 2 scores down as the difference holds at 11. And that one, just an absolute killer. A chance to get this back within 1 score.
All hope not gone yet, but at the same time, you're exactly right. They needed to get back within 1 score and have a motivated defense take the field in order to get it back for them for one last big drive.
And down to the 36-yard line here. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Ready.
They're going to look to throw. This is Smith with a grab.
And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he'll get 7 yards from the 17 to the 10 before he's taken down.
If you can keep getting gains like that, Charles, with the lead here in the fourth quarter, I mean, keep running it, right?
No doubt about it, but what the offense coordinator has to do is understand. They're going to continue to stack the line of scrimmage.
And he's going to ball his way in for a Panther score. A 10-yard touchdown run.
And the Panthers are closing in on a third straight win as they widen the gap further here in the fourth quarter.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead is up to 18 now. So that drive, 4 plays. And it was finished off with a 10-yard touchdown scamper. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson.
This one fielded at the 5. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15.
The 49ers offense now. They work their way back onto the field.
Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
Throwing middle, and it's complete. And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
And this will not be enough. On 3rd and 5, he only gets 3.
Well, there's a trust factor in that call. Turning and handing it to the big man in the backfield, trying to pick up the first down. But how about the defense? They were ready for it, and they were able to stop him.
They'll run for it. McCaffrey. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Now back to throw. Complete to the tight end, Kittle, over the middle of the field.
Here we go.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the 36.
2nd and 5. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. They'll set up to throw. And that one goes incomplete on the drive. That's when he definitely leveled down. At this point, back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete.
And he is going to have the Niners first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive.
Back to throw again. Forced out to his left. And he wisely will throw that one away.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there.
And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line. Now we'll pause here for an injury. And it's Deebo Samuel. He's the man in question right now who will need some attention.
And this is certainly not what you want to see in the final week of the year. We'll be back. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he will find the open man. It's DJ Moore. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 25-yard line. Defense was thinking run, and they're dealt a pass of just under 20 yards. They'll look to throw again. That's to the right side, complete to Kittle. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. A little too much extracurricular there.
When you have a game with a lot of contact, tensions are going to run pretty high. You're going to be emotional, but you have to harness it somehow, and he didn't on that play.
So now then the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal. Again, he'll drop to throw. And it's caught. Touchdown, 49ers. DJ Moore from 8 yards out. And the 49ers have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll make this now an 11-point deficit. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And it looks like the Panthers' hands team does its job. The 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, they do actually.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Touchdown, Carolina. A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Panthers stretch this 4th quarter lead even further, and they are closing in on win number 12 of the season.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead is up to 18 now. I'm not sure if they drew that play up to score, but it scored indeed. 1 play on the ground and into the end zone for 6. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And they will not get a chance to through the end zone for a touchback. The 49ers offense now, they get set to head back on the field.
For this offense, Charles, remember the last time they were out here, marched it nearly the full length of the football field, and a lot of the attack went through the air, so now they're seeing if they can duplicate that performance.
Okay, if I show my age a little bit, partner, because I can hear my high school coach, John Ford. I can hear his voice in my head. Laddie, when you put the ball in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. For the way the game's being played now, this is just part of what they do, so I don't think they should change anything at all. They've been dominant. Keep throwing it around.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Now an inside draw. This is their fullback. And he's able to get most of what he needed on the carry there. 7 yards on the gain, and it's 3rd and 2 now.
Now's a good chunk of yardage picked up there. And big fella, sometimes he doesn't need a whole lot of space created. He can make his own way.
They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. A gain of 8 and a 1st down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. To the right side, and he's got more complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Give him 32 on the play. They'll look to throw here. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And it's complete. In the end zone, touchdown 49ers. DJ Moore. He has career touchdown number 78, tying him with both Eddie George and Frank Gifford on the all-time list.
And the Niners are able to make some inroads here to that deficit.
2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And it looks like the Panthers' hands team does its job. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. Touchdown, Carolina. A great play there. 42 yards.
And the Panthers tack on another score as they have dominated this fourth quarter.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead is up to 18 now. So they hit pay dirt on just one play. The long run, the scamper, and a very nice scamper into the end zone for the touchdown. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
The 49ers ready to set up shop again offensively. Well, probably not much that they can do at this point, CD. Down 3 scores late in the fourth quarter. This is going to be a little too much to overcome, you would think.
Yeah, they'll go down swinging, but in the end, I think we saw the writing on the wall a while back because one team was clearly better than the other in this one. And while it didn't quite reach blowout status, I think we knew who was going to win this one well before we got to this stage.
2nd and 1. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. They'll get this one down near the 20-yard line. Just shy of the 20. And this is caught. It's Brown. Touchdown. A 22-yard touchdown, Brown.
And the Niners are able to cut into that deficit.
Point after, right down the middle. And that'll make this now an 11-point deficit. The drive summary, 4 plays, 75 yards. So 2 scores down. Time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie. That one looks like he'll throw here. He's got a man complete. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Back to throw. And he's got it. Touchdown, Panthers. Irv Smith Jr., a 16-yard touchdown.
And the Panthers have pretty well put it away here in the fourth quarter.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead is up to 18 now. Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And San Francisco gets set to go here. What do you do here down like this in this situation? Do you maybe just pick something out of the playbook you haven't called in a while, or you call it a day?
You can do that, or you pick something that's a staple for you and should work better and try and execute that on the way out the door and maybe get back to base and feel a little bit better as you end a ball game that's been a frustrating one for you.
And we'll see if they go back to base. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. He's going to let it fly.
And that almost their first INT of the ball game. Had his sights on it, but he couldn't seal the deal.
Now whistles here, and I think one of the big boys for the 49ers might have jumped.
Well, the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
This 3rd down just got even more difficult. 3rd down and 15 after the false start. On play action, they'll throw. got a man on the crossing route. That's Moore. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45.
And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
It certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go to each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off-season. But on game day, you both want to show your best. And I think that's what we saw from both the offense and the defense, a complete team victory.
So for the Panthers,
they finish off the regular season at 12 up and 5 down.
And now they'll await the final seeding for the playoffs ahead. Meanwhile, for the 49ers,
the loss could be an impactful one as they'll finish at 11-6 on the year.
And it's going to be wait-and-see time as they figure out their status for the upcoming playoffs.